Hi everyone, hopefully you're having a fantastic day. This video is in regards to chapter 3, the bias illusions that we tell ourselves. And it's a very fascinating topic that really intertangles and makes pain so complicated, fascinating for me as a clinician, but frustrating for you guys. Now, this subject matter can interweave and explain some of the ideas of why we have phantom pain, why an amputee can still feel his foot even though his foot's gone, why a war veteran with post-traumatic stress disorder response, even though they're in a safe environment, whenever they get triggered, they feel like they're in the environment of being in war. Alright, so to really help everyone to understand this video, the context of this video, because I say pain is very contextual, it's a feeling and experience. Now, I don't know about you, but back in the day, there's this one movie called Jackass, and it's this guy Steve-O and this one other guy, they're doing some crazy gnarly stuff, and take paper and try to cut and give themselves paper cuts in their mouth. And I'm just talking about it, but my body can just viscerally feel that. You just hold tension. And that's the whole movie. It's just getting punched around and just hurting themselves. So if that doesn't resonate with you, then close your eyes and just think of walking bare feet, right? On the surface, cement, ground, and you step on a nail. Does that send shivers up your spine? Goosebumps? Just a retracted feeling of your legs? Even though you're just thinking about it. I talk about the body, how it remembers everything. The moment you conceive, and technically some people say the womb, everything, but has split second to make decision, right? And so, in order to come to the most accurate response, an estimation response to protect you, it has to take a collection of sensory information, experiences, beliefs, what you've been told, to respond and produce an action. Part of the action is this pseudo experience that you're actually stepping on it. So if you're a 3-year-old and you have no idea what that feels like, when I say that, then there's no context to it. There's no cringe, there's no visceral feeling, there's no tension. But if that 5-year-old, 3-year-old have been watching a lot of Tom and Jerry, where they step on the nail and the cat, just goes into this hurt feeling, then have some context to it. And when I say, think about stepping on a nail, they might say, ow, that doesn't feel good. Now, if you actually step on a nail, you might even feel the coldness, the pain, right? You might actually feel that, right, as you're watching this. So context really matter based on our past experience, our beliefs, and our understanding of what will happen. And that's why pain is very tricky. Yes, there's a physical component, but if you're, and I could switch that scenario around, that if you're not focused on it, your huge focus is on something else, then you might not even feel that physical pain as going into your feet, because your focus is somewhere here. That's going to be a transition I'm going to talk about in the later part of the video. But pain is very contextual, it's experience, and your body again remembers everything and collects in this here. And then when our mind is supposed to come with split decision, then it has to tug and try to bring whatever it is to allow you to have action. And there's neuroscientist called Lisa Feldman that talks about how our feelings and thoughts is designed to help us to move, to put us into action. And this action is supposed to be driven towards our purpose. Purpose helps drive action, right? So a sense of direction allows us to have an action, and that action, if you think about it, is a collection of thoughts and feelings. Without a thought, then there's no action, and then the thought and feeling is based on what the mind is going to tell us. So there's our mind has a collection of thoughts and feeling, and that's going to allow us to put our body to motion, which is an action. Action is designed to allow us to be to put our sense of purpose into this world. Think about it, because that's an aha moment, and pain is just part of that experience, right? If our mind is trying to calibrate and trying to estimate, and I say, you're gonna step on a nail now, right? And then you feel that, or if I go like this, feel that pain, right? If you watch Jackass, or you know this thing that this can cause, then your mind is gonna quickly say, that's gonna hurt, that's gonna sting, right? And then your body's gonna act and hold tension. A lot of people equate tension to pain. I have tension, rub this out, it's discomfort, and it's pain that drags out as a component of suffering, all right? And then that's all designed to allow us to play defense as opposed to offense, to move forward. But pain is designed purposely to hold us back so we can have another birthday, so we can be safe, so we could be a mom and dad. But then we'll be a mom and dad that's always playing defense and not moving forward. Okay, so I have a good example of a patient who's had multiple hip surgery, and I remember she's like, she's getting stronger, getting better, more mobile, and then I think it was during the Olympics or something. Somehow the discussion of her cringing, her body tightening up when she watches people do crazy acrobatic move, yoga move, right? Because in her mind, that is unhealthy for her, that is damaged, harmful. And so I pulled up a video and said, can you watch that? The whole entire video, and she actually felt her hip pain. She's not moving anything, she's laying down, fully safe, supported, but she actually felt hip pain. So I told her that that's part of homework, to watch crazy videos and then close her eyes and actually put her face on there and imagine that. This is what the high-end professional athletes do. That separates the amateur from the professionals, the all-stars, is that they can predict, they can close their eyes and predict. So then that goes to action and the purpose of winning a tennis match, whatever it is, okay? That being said, let's transition to mindset focus, because we have something in our brain called the reticular activating system. Our reticular activating system is a part of the brain that if we focus on it, it would find every single information that's part of your belief, experience, understanding to really justify, to allow us to continue that journey. It's like a double confirmation bias thing. So the example is used in that if you buy a yellow car, you're like, I'm gonna have the only yellow car. Right? I'm excited. I pull the car out of the dealer parking lot, and the next thing you know, you're like, man, there's another yellow car. Oh, there's another yellow car. Because now that yellow car is on top of your mind, and so your body is gonna seek, your visual system is gonna seek, our sensory system is gonna seek that to validate a certain idea. Our focus plays a huge role in reinforcing an experience. And the filter we put, pain is just an experience, it's just a teaching tool, it's something that allows me to know that I'm weak and I just can get stronger. A filter, a more positive spin, or a negative spin. Pain is damage, pain is the worst thing, pain means I'm not good enough. Then that filter is going to allow us to keep moving a certain direction. So mindset and focus. And I have this piece of paper here because here's a good example. And this is based on our sensory system. Its role is collect a bunch of data points within every memory experience of every second of a day, collects it, and then stores it so that we can have an action. So let's tap into your visual system, because the visual is something we rely heavily on. So if we go here, where you focus on the box will make one side of the box pop forward or not. If you focus here, then this is gonna pop forward. If you're gonna focus here, it's gonna pop forward. So where you're gonna focus, allow your eyes focus, then you're gonna have a different experience than someone else. There's a lot of optical illusion out there, examples of optical illusion that will help reinforce this idea that we can, that we're easily tricked, and based on our thoughts and beliefs again, allows us to keep having this cycle of this self-talk. Or by understanding this, we can be one step ahead, trick it, but we have to keep reinforcing that, change the filter, that dialogue in our mind, trick it to shift that pattern and practice reinforcing that, so then our outlook and the suffering and pain goes down. The chapter also goes into a lot more details and a lot more examples, but hopefully you get the idea that pain is not as accurate as one seems. Is it really tissue pathology? Is it really physical damage? Yes, there's some point to it, but I could say not really, because if a mom needs to save her child and she actually stepped on a sharp rock or a nail, she can actually run because her focus is on a purpose of saving her dear son and daughter. So after when the adrenaline goes away, our body chemistry is producing this okay, I need to focus on this and not on the nail. After she's done, then when she looks down at the ground and she sees a bloody mess and she sees she step on a nail, her focus shifts and then the pain kicks in. So focus plays a huge role, our filter plays a huge role, and just understand that our body's designed like that, our mind's designed like that, and so understand that we can use that to our advantage. It takes practice, it's not easy, right? But you have to believe it with 100%, within every single living cell in your body. Believe that wholeheartedly, practice that, show up, you'll definitely get better. Bye.